students, I am Dr. Velavan, Faculty, School of Management, Shastra, Deemed University. Today we are going to discuss about registration under GST. This is very important part of GST because registration is compulsory in your business. For your business, then only you can eligible to collect GST and pay GST and also avail ITC. And also we are going to discuss about what are all the procedures to be followed, what are all the documents to be keep ready at the time of registration, and what are the advantages, what are all the points you have to be followed for cancellation or revocation of registration and re-registration also. Okay. In this chapter, topic, we are going to cover section 22. In section 22, we have to know persons liable for registration, who are all for liable, who are all for eligible to register their business, when they have to register their business, how they have to register their business as per section 22. And 23, section 23 is person not liable for registration. Section 22 is meant for the person who are all liable for registration. Here the persons who are all not liable for registration, who are all not necessary to register their business. Particularly when the dealer not reach their threshold limit, they need not register their business. But when they cross their threshold limit, the moment itself, the day itself, they have to register their business. Now they become a person liable for registration category. Okay. Then section 24 is for compulsory registrants, who are all registered their business compulsory, with or without follow section 22 and 23. And section 25, procedure for registration. What are all the procedure we have to follow at the time of registration? Here we have to study, we have to discuss the procedures into two parts, part 1, part 2. Part 1 is for assessee's point of view, assessee's responsibility, assessee's proceedings. Part 2 is for PO, processing officer part. Okay. So this is what we are going to discuss in section 25. Section 26 is for deemed registration. Deemed registration. What are all the registration are to be treated as a registration? Usually we registered our business only in CGST portal. When we registered our business in CGST portal, automatically it is registered for HGST also. So this is called deemed, because we won't register our business HGST separately other than CGST. No, we have to register our business only in CGST portal, Central Sales Tax portal. Now it is applicable for SGST and UTGST also. This is for deemed registration, my dear students. Then section 27, registration for CTP and NRTP. Casual taxable persons. Casual taxable persons and resident taxable persons. So section 27 is for registration for casual taxable persons. Those who are doing business casually. I mean, suppose you are displaying your display and sell your product in the exhibition in large number in India, famous exhibitions, as well as in abroad. So you don't have any permanent place for business. You are always roaming along with your product. Whenever the exhibitions are conducting, you go there and display your product and sell. So this is for casual taxable persons. Okay, so here you have to register your business under section 27. Under non-resident taxable persons, non-resident, foreigner, they come and do some business here, then they will leave from India, so they also register their business as per section 27. Then 28 is amendment for registration. If the government has given any new amendment, new changes, so everything you have to follow. And section 29 is for cancellation of registration. Cancellation of registration. Cancellation is very, very important. Cancellation, whenever the processing officer is not satisfied with the documents we have uploaded so far, and sometimes they will send queries and we have to reply to them properly within this time frame. So when we fail to reply to them within the time frame, our registration can be automatically cancelled. Okay, so this is for cancellation of registration. And also when we breach the law of GST, our cancellation may be cancelled. Okay, so the next one is section 30 for registration of revocation of registration. You may revoke your registration anytime during the previous year, because you registered your business but you will not do anything. You are not doing your business continuously. There is no transaction in your business, or you dissolve your business. So now you may revoke your registration. So these are all the sections we are going to discuss under registration, my dear students. Okay, so now we will move to one by one. We'll move to study one by one. Start with the section 22. Okay, you see. Section 22 deals with the person liable for registration. Who are all the persons are liable for registration in their business? You see, every supplier shall be liable to register under this act in the state or union territory if his aggregate turnover in the financial year exceed 20 lakh rupee. So when their turnover, this is called threshold limit. When their turnover, aggregate turnover, in previous class we discussed about the aggregate turnover in definitions. Aggregate turnover means turnover of all, the cumulative turnover of all. Taxable, exempted, interstate, everything. Okay, all are included here. When your total turnover, aggregate turnover exceed 20 lakh, you have liable for your registration. Definitely you have to register your business, and that moment, the day itself, you will start your registration process. Okay, or 10 lakh in case of special category states. So here the threshold limit is varied. Majority of the states, your threshold limit is fixed 20 lakh. When your threshold limit exceed 20 lakh, you are liable for register your business. But in some cases, states, the threshold limit is limited up to 10 lakh. Okay. So what are all the states? You see, in India, we have 38 states. We have 38 states in India. All 38 states will be classified into two categories. Special category states and non-special category states. The special category states are, probably you take one India map, you see the northeast part of the top, top portion of the Indian map, top of India, northeast. You go and see and take your right hand side top. They are northeast part. So major part of the major number of states will come from that part only. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Jammu Kashmir, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. They are called special category states. Suppose you are doing your business, okay, you are running your business in Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Jammu Kashmir, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. When your turnover exceed 10 lakh, you have to register your business. Suppose you are doing business other than these states, take for example Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, okay, Telangana, Karnataka. So there when your threshold limit exceed 20 lakh, you have to register your business. That is what very important. In special category state, when you touch when your aggregate turnover touch 10 lakh, exceed 10 lakh, now you have to start the registration process, because your time starts for registration. In other state, when your aggregate turnover exceed 20 lakh 1, so your time starts for your registration. This is what very important. So you have to keep in your mind the following 11 states are called special category states, my dear students. Okay. You see, what are all the states? The threshold limit is less than 10 lakh. The threshold limit is less than 20 lakh. And in some states, when they are providing services, their threshold limit is 20 lakh. When they are doing both service and goods, their threshold limit is 20 lakh. When they are transfer goods only, their threshold limit is 40 lakh. So when are you providing service only, your threshold limit is 20 lakh. When your aggregate turnover of services exceed 20 lakh, here you register your business. When are you doing both rendering goods, supplying goods as well as rendering services, 20 lakh. But you are doing only supply of goods, not providing or rendering services, here threshold limit is 40 lakh. 10 lakh slab is applicable for Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura. You see, suppose you are doing business, when your aggregate turnover exceed 10 lakh, this 10 lakh is for both. This 10 lakh is for both in the sense what? Services as well as goods. Okay. And you have to keep in mind in shortcut way MMND. MMND means Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura. Then UAPT-MS. UAPT means Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh, Pondicherry, Telangana, Meghalaya, Sikkim. Okay. So they are APT-MS states. So these states, when your aggregate turnover exceed 20 lakh, you have to start your registration process. In first category, the first 4 states, when your aggregate turnover exceed 10 lakh, you have to start your registration process. Here, when your aggregate turnover exceed 20 lakh, your registration process will start. Okay. Then next one, at services. The following states, JAHA, Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, and all other states. You see, the 11 states are classified into 3. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You see, Puducherry, Telangana. Puducherry, Telangana is a newly started states, so they came into category 2. Okay, so you have to memorize this one because here the threshold limit is varied from one combination of states to another combination of states. Okay, in Jammu Kashmir, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, and all other states, the state accepts the previous 2 category. When they provide service only, their threshold limit is 20 lakh. When they provide, do both services as well as supply of goods, 20 lakh. When they do or only supply of goods, not providing services, now the threshold limit is 40 lakh. Okay, this is what very important. These first 2 slides are very important. The person who are all running the business in the following states as well as special category states, when their threshold limit exceed as per the rules, so automatically they have to register their business. Okay, this is for the person liable for registration. But now you have to see some points regarding the persons liable for registration. This is called note number 1, supply of goods only. Though supply of exempted service provided by way of extending deposits, loans and advances in so far as a consideration is represented by way of interest or discount. Supply of goods only through supply of exempt service provided by way. So here they do not register their business. Okay, registration is required only in the states where taxable supply is carried on. This is very important. Very important. Registration is required only in the state where taxable supply is carried on. Suppose you see you have a business in Tamil Nadu as well as Kerala. But here your threshold limit is 20 lakh, here the threshold 10 lakh, here you are registered only in Tamil Nadu, not in Kerala. Suppose both state you registered, your threshold limit is 20 lakh, you have to register in both places. This is very important. Okay, because you are running business separately in separate state. It's a PAN-based registration, state PAN-based registration, where taxable supply is carried on. That here only you have to register your business. Okay. Exception to higher aggregate turnover. Person required compulsory registration, Mrs. 24. Here the higher aggregate turnover means 20 lakh, 40 lakh is not applicable for person required compulsory registration. Person engaged in making supplies ice cream, pan masala, tobacco. Person who has opted voluntary registration. You see, person required compulsory registration. Suppose you assume that you are a businessman, you start your business this year, your threshold limit is not reached 20 lakh, but you are even today you are very much interested to register your business, you can register. You need not wait for up to the threshold limit will reach the stipulated rate, I mean the maximum limit. You need not wait for touch the threshold limit. Anytime you may register a business. Person engaged in making supplies of ice cream, pan masala, tobacco. So those who are doing this business, they also compulsory register business. Here also the threshold limit is not applicable. Person who has opted for voluntary registration. Suppose you are going to register business voluntary. Voluntary means you are very much interested. In compulsory means casual taxable person, non-resident taxable person, they have to register their business compulsory. Whether they are willing or not, they have to register their business. They have to register their business because as per the rule of 24, they have to register. But here, if you are willing, you started a business this year also, your turnover is not reached your threshold limit, even it is not touched, if you are willing, you have to register your business. This is called voluntary registration. Okay. Then every person who on the day immediately preceding the appointed day is registered, you hold his license under the existing law, shall be liable to be registered under the Act within the appointed day. Appointed day means the day itself, when your threshold limit reach, the day itself you are eligible to register your business. Okay. Where a business carried by a taxable person registered under this Act is transferred, whether an account of succession otherwise, to another person as a going concern, the transferee or the successor, as the case may be, shall be liable to be registered with effect from the date of such transfer or succession. Here, you are running a business, you don't have a children, but you decide to hand over this business to your relatives. So they are called successor. When you transfer your business to a relative, they have to register again their business in their name, not for you. So because the registrar, the successor, or the transferee should be registered their business the day of the transfer or succession. That is very, very important. Okay. Then in case of transfer of pursuant of sanctioned scheme or an arrangement of amalgamation, or as the case may be demerger, two or more companies pursuant to High Court tribunal, the transfer shall be liable for registration with effect from the date. Okay. When you go for merger or acquisition, so at the time of merger and acquisition, after the completion of merger and acquisition, you have to register your business once again separately, because once you merge your business with other business, your previous registration will be automatically cancelled. So now the day of amalgamation, from the day of acquisition, the company is in new. So all new business, as per the rule, they have to register your business. You need not continue your business with the previous registration number. Okay, this is very, very important. Then section 23. So what is 22? 22 is for person liable for registration. Who are all the persons are registered their business? Every supplier shall be liable to register under this Act in the state or union territory. Everybody, those who are running business either state or territory, they have to register. But when their aggregate turnover exceeds 20 lakh and 10 lakh in some special category, they have to register. Very simple. Okay. Who are all supply of goods only? A person who supply of goods only, and they are not providing services, they have to register. And you have to register your business where the taxable turnover is carried out. This is very, very important, not in the other places. And the exception of higher turnover, threshold limit, compulsory registration, there is no, the threshold limit is not applicable. A person who is supplying ice cream, pan masala, tobacco, so here threshold limit is not applicable, and voluntary registration is not applicable. Okay. Then every person who the day immediately when their when they reach the threshold limit, the day itself they are ready to they are eligible to register business. And suppose one person is going to hand over the business to somebody's the successor or the follower. After transfer the business to the successor will register the business from the date of transfer or succession. So here the new registration is compulsory. Okay. And when your business is going to merge with other business or acquired by another business, so the previous registration will be cancelled. Here you have to register your business as a new entity. Okay, this is what a person liable for registration might do. Section 23. Persons not liable for registration, not taxable persons. who are all the persons are not eligible for registration of their business. They are called not taxable persons. Number 1, supplier of 100% wholly exempted or not taxable supplier. So those who are supplying 100% exempted product or 100% not taxable products, they are not necessary to liable for their business. Okay. Not taxable petrol supply exempt charitable activity by 12AA charitable trust. Suppose you are supplying petrol only. Petrol is not coming under GST, but it is not exempted, but it is not taxable supply. Petrol is not exempted. It is under the consideration of Central Bureau of Direct Tax. Anytime they may include petroleum product in the GST product list. Okay. Agriculture list, to the extent of supply of produce out of cultivation of land. Agriculture list. Agriculture list not necessary to register their business because they are exempted supply. Agricultural products are totally exempted goods. Okay. Note. Agriculture list, individual or HUF cultivating the land by own labor, a labor of family or servant or wage payable in cash or kind under own supervision. But the land by own or labor of family or servant, they involved for cultivation process. And the supply other than produce out of cultivation of land, liable for registration, subject to limit. But supply other than produce of cultivation, when they supply a product which is cultivating from their agricultural land by own laborer with their own laborer, this is called agricultural product. Agricultural product is not. But when they supply other than produce of cultivation of land, suppose you take for example, they give the land for some other purpose. Now they generate any income, it is liable for registration. Okay, subject to limit. Okay. Notified specific category persons. Some notified specific category person, they are not registered their business. Not necessary to register their business, compulsory. Person making only reverse charge supply. Those who are doing reverse charge supply. Reverse charge mechanism. Reverse charge, when you are doing reverse charge mechanism, the recipient can pay GST to the government directly. So they have not registered their business compulsory. They will not register. Not necessary. There is no need for register their business. The persons who are all making only reverse charge supplies. Persons making inter-state supply of taxable services up to 20 lakh. A person is making interstate supply of taxable services only, not for goods. So when you are supplying taxable supply of services only, you need not register business when your taxable supplies reach up to 20 lakh. Okay. Casual taxable persons. The taxable person supplies handicapped goods or persons making interstate supplies of specified handicapped goods. Notified products are predominantly by hand up to 20 lakh. Not necessary. When they are supplying handicapped goods, when they supply other goods, they have to register up to even exceed 20 lakh. Otherwise, not necessary. Handicap goods notified for concessional rate of tax, handicap candle, coir article, handbag, then purse, jewelry bags, hand embroidered articles, art ware of the iron, aluminium. They are all called handicraft goods. When they supply, when the casual taxable person supply these type of goods, he need not register their business. Okay. persons making supply of services through ECC with aggregate turnover up to 20 lakh. Suppose a person is making service through electronic credit transaction, okay, electronic commerce, electronic mode, okay, ECC, electronic mode, I think Ola, okay, the aggregate, when the aggregate turnover exceed 20 lakh, now only they have to register their business, electronic commerce operator, ECO, electronic commerce operator, okay. Then persons making supply of service through an electronic commerce operator, Uber, Ola, Amazon, Flipkart. Already we discussed yesterday, the previous session also, okay. When their threshold limit exceed 20 lakh, aggregate turnover touch 20 lakh, they have to register. Otherwise, they need not register their business. So they are called persons not liable for registration, okay. So we have completed 22 and 23, okay. 22 is for person liable, 23 is for person not liable, who are all not liable for registration of a business, okay. It's time bound only. Compulsory registration, section 24. This is very, very important. Compulsory registration. Person engaging interstate supply except taxable services up to the limit. Person engaging interstate supply. When you are supplying goods from one state to another state. Take for example, you are in Tamil Nadu. You supply goods from Tamil Nadu to Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi. Here this is called inter-supply, but you need not register your business immediately. When your threshold limit exceed 20 lakh, 10 lakh or 40 lakh, now only you have to register your business compulsory. Okay. But when your threshold limit exceed 20 lakh, the day itself you have to register within the 30 days from the date of reach the threshold limit. Casual taxable person, they have to register their business compulsory. Casual taxable persons, except taxable supply of notified handicraft goods. Suppose the casual taxable persons are displaying only handicraft goods in the exhibition, because casual taxable persons they don't have a permanent place of business. They are always roaming from one place to another place, because they are going to exhibit their product in the exhibition whenever or wherever the exhibitions are going on or conducted. So even suppose they are going to display only the handicraft goods, they will not register their business. When they are providing or selling goods other than handicraft goods, now only they have to register their business. Taxpayer under reverse charge. Taxpayer under reverse charge. Taxpayer under reverse charge, they have to pay. Non-resident taxable person, they have to register their business. Taxpayer being e-commerce operator, except supply through e-commerce operator up to the limit 20 lakh. 20 lakh. 20 lakh, the turnover is not reached 20 lakh, they do not register their business. Not necessary to register their business, but when their business, threshold limit exceed 20 lakh, they have to register. Person required to deduct TDS, tax deduct under source, they have to register. Person make taxable supply as an agent for the taxable person, registered. Input service distributor, ISD, input service distributor. Online information and database access and retrieval services, Sun TV and Vijay TV, online information data access retrieval. Then such other notified persons, they are all register their business compulsory, my dear students. One is person engaged in intra-state supply, casual taxable person, taxpayer under reverse charge, non-resident taxable person, taxpayer being e-commerce operator, person required to deduct TDS, persons make taxable supply as an agent for other taxable person, input distributor. Okay, input service distributor, an online information and database access and retrieval service, and such other notified persons. They are all register their business compulsory when they reach their threshold limit. Regarding particularly person engaged in interstate casual taxable persons, taxpayer being e-commerce operator, they have to wait up to their threshold limit. When they reach wait for their threshold limit. When they reach threshold limit, they have to. Others compulsory they have to register. Okay, this is for what compulsory registration under section 24. The next section is very, very important. Procedure for registration. So here, number one, where and by when to apply for registration, because it's a newly introduced tax system, GST. So we have to know where we have to register, how we have to register. You see, every person liable for registration. Every person liable for registration. Every eligible persons. Every eligible persons are liable for registration. Okay. Apply for registration in every state or UT in which he is liable. Suppose you are doing business in 5 states. In all the 5 states, you have to register your business separately, because the revenue will be distributed to all the 5 states. When you are doing interstate business, now you have to register in all the states. Intra-state, no problem. You have to register only the state which you are doing or running business. Apply for registration in every state or UTI in which he is liable. Suppose you have a business, X has business of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka. So he has to register his business in all the 4 states. All the 4 states separately. So here he has 4 registration, different registration. In 30 days from the date on which become liable to registration. The date in which he become liable, so dates for liable for registration is very important. The date of liable for registration is when your threshold limit reach. When you reach your threshold, the day itself. And that day is the date on which you become liable for registration. So from that date, you have to register your business within 30 days. That is very, very important. Provided, this is a common rule. Every person liable for registration. Apply for registration in every state or UT in which he is liable in 30 days from the date on which he becomes liable to registration. Provided, in case of a casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person, in case of casual non-taxable, there is no limit for 30 days. Apply for registration at least 5 days prior to the commencement of business. Others, they have to register their business within 30 days from the date of eligible for registration. But in case of casual taxable persons and non-resident taxable person, they have to register their business within 5 days. I mean at least 5 days before to the commencement of business or the trade, because they know in which date they are going to display their business in the particular exhibition, because they know well in advance. They have a data sheet, they have a detailed information regarding the exhibitions conducted in different states by different government. So they have to book a slot business place in all the exhibition well in advance. They know when they are going to display their products. That's why they ask them to, the tax system, tax authorities ask them to register their business well in advance, before 5 days to the commencement of business. Further provided, special economic zone, a separate registration. Further, you have a unit of a special economic zone. In Tamil Nadu, there are 5 special economic zones are there. One is Chennai, another is in Coimbatore. So when you have a business place in all the special economic zone, you have to register your business separately, even you are running your business within the state. So when you are running a business in economic zone, special economic zone, you must have registered your business in all the economic zone differently. So here a single registration is not possible when you are doing intra-state sale also. Okay, this is very, very important. So once again I will repeat. Number 1, where and when you apply for registration. So every person is liable for registration. Apply for registration in every state or UT in which he is liable in 30 days from the date on which he becomes liable to registration. Provided in case of casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person, apply for registration at least 5 days prior to the commencement of business. In special economic zone, they have to register in each zone separately. Okay, this is what number 1. Number 2, state-wise registration. One registration per state. When are you doing business in all, in different states? Already told you have a business in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh. So you have to register your business in all the 3 states separate. Single registration for different branches is allowed only if all the branches located in the same state. When you are doing intra-state, or you have a head office in Chennai and you have a branches in different parts of Tamil Nadu, Madurai, Trichy, and Tanjavur, Salem, Dharmaburi, you need not register all the business places separately, because here single registration is enough, because all business units are located in Tamil Nadu itself. So this is called intrastate. So when you are doing intrastate supply of goods or services, okay, you have to register only one place of your business in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Declare one place as a principal place of business, PPOP, and other branches are additional place of business. The registration should be for principal place of business, not another, additional place of business. Additional place of business are called branch office. No need for registration. Registration is not need for branches. Okay. Separate registration for different business vertical. Suppose you are doing business. Suppose you see you have a textile in Trichy, or you have a furniture mart. You are running a furniture mart in Trichy. You assume that you are a owner of one famous furniture mart, Vasanth & Co. You have one branch in Trichy. But at that time you provide transport services also. The person, those who are coming and buying some electronic goods in your shop, you help them to supply, deliver the goods to their house, but you are charging something from them. When you are doing this service separately, you have to register your business separately. But when you are giving free of, the free delivery, this is not compulsory for registration. This is part of your principal place of business. You see, there are so many customers are coming and buying goods from your shop. You decide, you start one transport business. Already you have one furniture, and ancillary, additionally you start one transport business also. This transport is only for delivering goods to the customer service. You charge something. So here you have to register both your furniture mart as well as the name of transport. Okay, this is called business verticals. Okay. Voluntary registration granted, same provisions will be applicable. Voluntary registration granted, same provisions will be applicable. We will discuss later. A person obtained more than one registration is treated as a distinct person or establishment of distinct person. A person obtained more than one registration is treated as a distinct person. What is this? A person obtained more than one registration is treated as a distinct person. More than one registration treated as a distinct person or establishment person. When you have two registration, you are treated as a different. Owner may be the same, but the registration number is different. You have to pay tax in two different places. Okay. PAN must for obtaining registration except NRT. When you go for registration, PAN is very, very important, because the Government of India is going to give PAN based registration number. PAN based registration number only they are going to give. PAN based registration number. So PAN must for obtaining registration except NRT, non-resident taxable person, because they are in foreigner. They are foreigner. They won't have any PAN number. They have other type of cards. Okay, but when they are going to register in India, they need not produce PAN number. They may be given some other number, PIN number, passport, etc. Then authentication for every registered person, Aadhaar number or other proof else registered allotted is invalid. Authentication for every registered person, Aadhaar number or other proof, that is very, very important. Authentication for every registration. Once they give, they will send one OTP. This is for authentication, verification, everything. Individual authentication for grant of registration, Aadhaar number or other proof. Suppose being an individual, you are going to register, you have to prove your Aadhaar number. In company, other than individual, company or firm, they have to produce authentication for grant of registration, Aadhaar number of Karta in case of Hindu family, managing director, full-time director, partners of the member of the managing committee of association, board of trustee, authorized representative, authorized signatory, or such other notified person. So they have to produce their relevant document for registration other than individual. In case of individual, the individual has to give his own Aadhaar number or ration card or voter's ID or passport, any other proof they need, but Aadhaar is very, very important. PAN and Aadhaar is very, very important, because all the benefit Aadhaar is compulsory in India today. So Aadhaar is, but other than individual, when the company or firm or trust are going to register the business, the authorized representative, maybe MD or Karta, whole-time director, partners, member of managing committee, or board of trustee, authorized representative, authorized signatory, or such other notified persons. They have to submit their record. Okay. Other proof of Aadhaar, if Aadhaar number is not available. Suppose some persons will say, sir, I don't have Aadhaar number. So here what we have to do, you see. Authentication not apply. Any state or UT or other notified person. Notified person means a person who is not a citizen of India. A class of person other than the following class: individual, authorized signatory of all type, Karta, the manager. Authentication not apply. Not apply means any state, authentication should be compulsory. But any state or UT or other notified persons, okay. When their authentication is not applied, their cancellation, registration will be automatically cancelled. This is very, very important. The unique identity number. So any specialized agency of United Nations organizations, multilateral financial institution organization notified by UN Act, then consulted to Embassy of Foreign Currency. They have to give the unique identity number. They have one number. I think it is applicable only for non-resident persons. Okay. Other than other notified person, person having unique identity number is not registered person, and thus is not a taxable person. Okay. But UN is needed to claim refund of taxes. This is very, very important. When they are going to claim tax, the UN number is very, very important. Unique identity number. The UNI is issued in form GST. There is a 6 within 3 working days. The data. When you submit all the documents, relevant documents, they give one unique identity number. This identity number is not registered person. I mean, if a person having it is not registered person, and it is no problem. This the identification number before giving the proper registration number. Okay, but this number will give within 3 days from the date of application received from the the Minister of External Affairs. Okay. This number is very, very important. Suo motu registration. This is very, 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 very important. What is the suo motu registration? When the proper officer may issue order for temporary basis. Suo motu means you are a person liable for registration. You are a person liable for registration. You are coming in category 1, section 22, a person liable for registration. But you are not registered so far. You are purposefully delaying for your registration. When you are delaying your registration purposefully, when the proper officer suspect you are a taxable person, you are eligible for registration, now they compulsorily give notice and give a temporary registration for you for your registration. Okay, they issue a temporary order. When they issue a temporary order, within the date of receiving the temporary order, I mean from the date of receiving the temporary order, you have to raise your business within 90 days. 90 days. Okay, this is very, 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 very important. If the appellate authority uphold the liability for registration, application for registration shall be submitted 30 days. If the appellate authority uphold the liability for registration, application for registration shall be 30 days. Okay, submit application form registration prescribed within 90 days from the date of file the application against temporary registration. File against temporary registration. You feel that, sorry sir, I am not eligible. I am not eligible to register. You wrongly assume that I am the liable for registered person. So now you have to appeal. Register one more application within 30 days. Okay, this is for very, very important. This was suo motu registration by the proper officer. Okay. So now I will stop this session up to this. So the remaining part of the registration will be continued in the next session. Okay, thank you.